to improve its combat capability, especially ground support and strike missions, the Philippine Air Force, PAF, has embarked on the acquisition of attack helicopters for their premier attack unit, the 15th Strike Wing. Currently, the PAF has a shrinking fleet of MD Helicopters MD-520MG Defender light armed helicopters, which are now nearing the end of their service life, and replacements are needed. An earlier attempt to replace them with the AgustaWestland AW-109E Power light-armed helicopters has proven to be insufficient, and the PAF has decided to go for purpose-built attack helicopters, despite being more expensive to acquire. Overview. The PAF has always been looking at acquiring purpose-built attack helicopters since the 1970s. All attempts have been unsuccessful due to lack of funding and support from the government. Originally, the project was meant to follow on with the earlier acquisition of eight AgustaWestland, now Leonardo, AW-109E Power light-armed helicopters, which are now being utilized by the PAF as attack helicopters despite their limited capabilities. The PAF has embarked on the attack helicopter acquisition project under the Horizon 2 phase of the revised AFP modernization program, with an original plan to acquire 24 light-armed helicopters to equip 2 squadrons of the 15th Strike Wing, the 18th and 19th Attack Squadrons, which currently utilize the aging fleet of MD Helicopters MD-520MG Defender light-armed helicopters. The MD-520MG are small, easy to maintain and operate, and simple helicopters that have been in service with the PAF since the early 1990s, when the Philippine government acquired more than 30 brand new units from the U.S. government under a Foreign Military Sales (FMS) deal. The quantity ordered was large enough to fill 2 squadrons, and retire older rare assets. In 2016, it was decided that the PAF would need to eventually replace the MD-520MG Defender fleet, which have now shrunk to less than 20 units in total after several units were written off after accidents, or were cannibalized for spares and never returned to service. The plan was to purchase 24 light, twin-engine armed helicopters which can carry a variety of weapons including rocket and gun pods, and can be alternatively used for other missions including search and rescue, SAR, and utility. A budget of PHP 13,800,000,000 was allocated under the Horizon 2 phase for the fulfillment of the project, with several helicopter models considered for evaluation. The final short list included the following helicopters. 1. The AgustaWestland AW-109E, which is an improved version of the PAF's existing AW-109E, with more powerful engines and better avionics. 2. The Airbus Helicopters H-145M, which is said to be the best in its class. Everything changed on the project when the PAF re-evaluated its capabilities and performance during the Battle of Marawi in 2017 against ISIS-inspired terrorists. It found out that the MD-520MG Defender and the newer AW-109E Power armed helicopters did not have sufficient firepower. This further complicated the decision-making when in 2017, the Philippine government received confirmation from the Jordanian government that they would be handing over two used Bell AH-1S Cobra attack helicopters, with options for more subject to the decision of the Jordanian government. This means that the PAF would be getting purpose-built attack helicopters, despite being old, which would improve the firepower delivery capability of the PAF during internal security operations. The project changed its direction, and instead of acquiring higher quantity of light-armed helicopters, it is now interested on getting purpose-built attack helicopters even in smaller quantities. Several attack helicopters were considered during the evaluation process, with models coming in from the US, Russia, France, Turkey. In the end, the short-listed helicopters are the following. 1. The TT-129 attack helicopter from Turkey, which is the cheapest Western model in the evaluation. It uses Western subsystems and munitions, as well as Turkish-developed munitions. 2. The Bell AH-1C Viper, said to be the favorite among PAF pilots due to its capabilities and its ability to be readily deployable to ships. 3. The Boeing AH-64E Apache Guardian, said to be the best attack helicopter in the world, although it is also among the most expensive. In the end, the PAF's Technical Working Group, TWG, selected the TI-129 due to it being more affordable than its American competitors. Max Defense sources confirmed that TI was able to offer 6 units for the PAF's budget, compared to just 5 AH-1E Viper helicopters from Bell, and around 4 units of Boeing AH-64E from Boeing. Turkey also promised to provide soft loans to allow the acquisition of more units, and limited technology transfer to allow the repair and maintenance of the helicopter in the Philippines.